I'm where I belong. I just wanted to talk about my Wii U collection. Not this specifically. I believe I'm one Zumba Wii U game away from a full North American set, so, you know, big things planned. I want to talk about the Wii U consoles that I own. I own a lot of Wii U consoles. Is there any reason to own about, you know, over 10 Wii U consoles? No, but I always just had a fondness for the Wii U boxes. Pretty much like every year Nintendo would kind of put out some new Wii U bundle where it would pretty much just be the Wii U Deluxe set, which is, you know, the black one right here, 32 gigabytes, and it would contain a game included, or 2 games, or something like that. And that was pretty much all that was different, except for the box. The box was always different. And I think I've always been interested in the Wii U boxes ever since around 2013 or so. I remember seeing an image posted by somebody that just compiled all the different Wii U boxes that Nintendo's done, of all the bundles that they've done. And every single one of the special Wii U bundles had unique designs for the boxes, where they all follow the same template of, you know, the front with the Wii U system and all that, but then on the back they had a uniquely designed U from the Wii U logo in the style of the game that's bundled with that package. And I always liked that. Of course, I could just buy the boxes by themselves, but pretty much all of these boxes, if not, I believe all of them, came with Wii U systems included. You may ask, why do you need 10 plus Wii U's? Just in case. You never know. I use Wii U's a lot. There's a lot of stuff that I use Wii U's for. They are the best way to play Wii games. They are the only way to play Wii U games. And when I say that, you're probably gonna say, oh, you can play Wii U games on the Switch, specific Wii U games ported over to the Switch, but you can't play them poorly. So those are my excuses for the day as to why I own a lot of Wii U. So on to the systems themselves. These are all the ones I own. I'm not really looking to get any specific new ones. I feel like I kind of have the main lot that I've always wanted. There might be 1 or 2 that I grab going forward. I don't know. But the Wii U is going to be one of the weirdest systems to try to buy for in like 10 years. It's already hard to find these things now. I can't imagine what it's gonna be like in like, I don't know, like, you know, 2054. And I just like them. I like the boxes. I like the just having these Wii U's for emergencies only. And this was the first one that I ever got. This was the launch edition of the Deluxe set, the black model. And yeah, this was pretty much only available for that first year on the market from like 2012 going into 2013. And this was like 350 bucks. My box is a little damaged because I threw it out the window, so I might need a new box. But yeah, the Wii U from this is the Wii U I still use. And yeah, this is probably one of the more boring ones to get, just because look at this. But it's a classic. This is the original, official Wii U box. However, about a year later, Nintendo introduced the Mario and Luigi Deluxe set. I don't have that one because I don't really care. But one of the first major unique bundles that Nintendo did was for Zombie U. And this one even has a unique dimension size of the box. It's a bit longer. And yeah, Zombie U was kind of a big thing that Nintendo and Ubisoft were pushing since it was a Ubisoft game. They were kind of positioning it as like, this is the reason the Wii U is for you. A gimmicky survival horror game that's just kind of mediocre. I didn't really care about Zombie U. It was fine, but I felt like it was only really targeted at Wii U owners. So it wasn't really a reason to buy a Wii U. It was a reason to feel content with the fact you bought a Wii U. But it was kind of the core M-rated exclusive title the Wii U had for a while there. And it was definitely the most interesting, the most intriguing of like the third-party titles, even of the exclusive titles around launch. And yeah, they did this bundle here. And strangely enough, it comes with a Pro Controller included, which they didn't really do that a lot. They kind of just stuck to Wii U, all the stuff included with the standard like Wii U Deluxe set, and then a game. And that was pretty much it. This one includes a Pro Controller, which meant they did have to make a unique box size for this, but it also includes a Zombie U art book, which I think is kind of weird. I'm not 100% positive if that art book was included in other things like a Zombie U Collector's Edition of some sort, but I don't even recall a Zombie U Collector's Edition, as in I don't think that exists. So potentially, like, the art book included with this collector's set or this bundle is the only way you can get that art book, which is really weird. But yeah, it also includes Nintendo Land as a free download code, and the back has kind of a bloody U. This is what I'm talking about. Come on, that's really fun. I like that they kind of stick to like doing a unique U on every box, even though this is pretty much just the U from the Zombie U logo. I still like it. Okay, so pretty much Nintendo did the Mario and Luigi Deluxe set, which was New Super Mario Bros. U and Luigi U included in 2013. However, they also did the Special Edition Wii U, the only Special Edition Wii U there was. This is like the only other one that I think is worth owning for most people, because while I own all these different Wii U's, there's barely any differences between any of them. It's pretty much just black Wii U's, white Wii U's, and then we have the Wind Waker HD Edition, which isn't even a Special Edition Wii U, it's a Special Edition Wii U gamepad. This is definitely like the one to get if you want to get a Special Edition Wii U of some sort. I would definitely recommend the Wind Waker HD Edition just because it's the most unique. It has the most, like, it's just the nicest to kind of display. All these ones, I will definitely admit, I'm a fucking idiot. But this one is unique enough. It's just like, I think anybody would look at that, like if you bought something like this, and they're like, that's a wise investment. Because this one is just really nice. And you have the U on the back. I spilled my Animal Crossing Amiibo cards, oops. It's a map. And on the front, we can see, obviously, we have a Zelda Wii U gamepad, which is very much in the same line as the Ocarina of Time 3D 3DS system that released in 2011 for Black Friday. They kind of followed a very similar design philosophy with this one compared to that system. And this also comes with Hyrule Historia as a free ebook. Yeah, you can only read it on the Wii U gamepad. So that's pretty funny. You ever try to read something on the Wii U gamepad? You're a liar because you can't. Pretty low-res screen. I found it very interesting how it doesn't display reds very well. The Wii U gamepad has a hard time with reds. It gets a little like distorted. The color, it's a weird thing. You know, just because like, I don't know, you just see like these weird artifacts around like very harsh colors of red, which is really ironic considering most of the major Wii U games were Mario games. So it's not even like, oh, well, it's only on the color red, so you don't really notice it that much. The color red is the only damn color you're seeing on that console. But yeah, they included a free copy of Hyrule Historia, which was kind of a big deal around that time because that was when that book included like the first official documentation of like a Zelda timeline, which was a big debate amongst fans. It still is to some extent because, you know, like when a new game comes out, it's always kind of like, where does this place on the timeline? Where Zelda doesn't really follow much of a timeline. You know, there is a timeline according to the book, obviously, but the timeline is not at all like a core part of the series. It's more so kind of like, all right, well, let's try to connect these games somehow. You know, if we have to connect the games, then, you know, here's the timeline, but it's not really a big focus of the series. But that was why Hyrule Historia was kind of a big deal because I believe in 2013, that's when this book was localized into English. And later on that year, they included it in this Wii U bundle where you read it on the gamepad screen. This was kind of the era where Nintendo was not willing to harness the power of smartphones. They did not like the idea of like giving somebody something you couldn't do on their console already. Like the closest we really got to that was like they showcased like Miiverse from the Wii U being accessible on smartphones or tablets or PCs, but that was pretty much it. You know, obviously it would have been a little more useful if they included like Hyrule Historia as like whatever, an audiobook you get on like an audiobook service, or you know, an ebook you get on like Apple iBooks or whatever, because you know, it would still be accessible for years to come, where this is pretty much just locked on Wii U, and it's not really fun to read a book on a Wii U gamepad, so a bit of a strange inclusion, but it's an inclusion nonetheless. But yeah, this includes a full game download of Wind Waker HD, and this actually came out like a couple weeks before the original release date of Wind Waker HD, which was like October 3rd, 2013. The digital version came out a couple weeks earlier, right alongside this bundle. And yeah, that was kind of like one of the first instances of like Nintendo kind of like pushing digital as like, this is the main way to play. So that was pretty neat. So you had to wait a couple more weeks for the physical. You could still download the game on the eShop, but this was this was released before the physical version of the game. But yeah, weirdly enough, no Nintendo Land included. The Zombie U Deluxe set includes Nintendo Land, which is weird. I would think that out of anything, Wind Waker HD, this bundle would include a free copy of, like a free digital copy of Nintendo Land. Then the Zombie U one, that already comes with like a Pro Controller and an art book, so why include that game with that game? But I digress. This is probably like the one to get just because it is special. You get a special gamepad. The Wii U is not changed at all. It's just a regular black Wii U. The gamepad has some gold accents, but it's also pretty much just a black gamepad with some insignia around it. However, right alongside the Wind Waker HD bundle, Nintendo released this one, which I always kept my eye on. I don't know why, but I always found it pretty interesting. This is the Skylanders Swap Force basic set. I don't trust anybody who bought Wii U basic set. I always felt like people who bought basic sets, I remember watching like unboxings of the Wii U or reviews of the Wii U back in 2012. And you could always tell like who were just reviewing technology just to review technology, and they weren't actually super interested in the Wii U because they bought the basic set. Like, it's just like the basic set was $300, didn't come with a game, was only 8 gigabytes, didn't come with any extra accessories, was just the Wii U, the Wii U gamepad, just the cables you need to run the thing, and that's it. The deluxe set was $50 more and came with a $60 game. Like, Nintendo Land retailed for $60 individually, and you also got extra accessories. You got the digital deluxe promotion, which pretty much meant you got like free eShop gift cards after buying a certain amount of games, and that promotion lasted for like a year or so. And then you also had 32 gigabytes of storage. It was in black, which was kind of nice, but that thing looked like shit after a while, so that might have been a con. So in my opinion, there wasn't really much of a reason for the basic set to exist outside of the mere fact that Nintendo could advertise the Wii U started underneath $300 because they said, oh, it's $299.99. But I felt like it was a bit of a missed opportunity for Nintendo to lower the price of the basic set when they lowered the price of the deluxe set. So actually the Wind Waker HD set, I forgot to mention, that released on the same day as when Nintendo lowered the price of the Wii U deluxe set. So since that originally retailed for $350, when the Wind Waker HD set came out around September of 2013, they lowered the deluxe set to just be $300. But pretty much after that, the basic set pretty much went extinct, at least here in North America. And the Skylanders set that released a couple months later was pretty much the last time we really saw the basic set in this country. And I don't know, I feel like if they lowered the price of the basic set, so the basic set started at $250, I think that would have helped out a lot, but obviously that would have probably made them, I mean, that would definitely made them lose a lot more money than they did. So I think they probably made the right call. But I don't know, I think it would have been interesting to see what would have happened if the basic set started at $250. But I think they priced the Wii U as low as they could price it anyway, so I don't really think they could have done that even if they wanted to. But you know, there's something to think about. But yeah, this was pretty much the last time we saw the basic set, and the only time we saw a basic set include a game bundled with anything really. But yeah, this is a pretty packed bundle. It came with Skylanders Swap Force, and Nintendo really leaned into Skylanders during this generation because this was kind of like the core franchise that was really popular on Nintendo platforms and was, you know, consistently being supported on Nintendo platforms. You know, 2013 was around the time that a lot of third parties started to drop out. This was like the last year we saw Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed and the Batman Arkham series on Wii U. Well, we got like a Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate HD or Deluxe edition on the Wii U shop like a couple months later in 2014, but I digress. Were you impressed that I knew that? But these Toys to Life games, or just, you know, games aimed at kids in general, were consistently supported on Nintendo platforms because, you know, it's kids, you know, kids and Nintendo kind of go together with marketing. So yeah, you know, Nintendo definitely leaned into Skylanders here. And, you know, I think this was a pretty packed bundle, like I was saying. You got Skylanders Swap Force, you know, when it came out, so it wasn't like, oh, this is last year's Skylanders. No, this was this year's. And you also get a free copy of Nintendo Land in disc format too. Like, it wasn't just, oh, a digital copy. Like, no, you got 2 discs in this bundle. And on top of that, the one of the Skylanders right here, the Washbuckler, is painted to be gold. It's kind of an exclusive variant. I have no idea like how rare or elusive or expensive this one might be. I don't really care. I just think it's kind of neat that they included an exclusive figure in the Wii U set. Obviously, I think they were trying to see like, can we sell a Wii U console just based on including an exclusive figurine for like a popular like collector's series that you can't get anywhere else. Remember that. Yeah, but this box is pretty much an outer shell. Inside, it's pretty much just a Wii U basic set inside this box, which also houses like the inside of a Skylanders Swap Force set. But yeah, on the inside, then you basically just have a Wii U basic set, nothing else to it. It's pretty much just a Wii U basic set as the box, and then you have this shell which includes the Skylanders parts, and then this box. Definitely one of the more unique Wii U bundles, just because they never really did anything like this again, at least even with the basic set. And the fact that it includes an exclusive figure is pretty cool. The fact that it includes 2 games and they're both in disc format, that's pretty cool as well. And the unique U. So I like that bundle quite a bit. I think that's a really unique bundle. That's one of my favorite Wii U bundles. I'm not even a big Skylanders fan because, you know, I have to keep up appearances. But yeah, that's definitely one of the cooler bundles, in my opinion, right next to the Wind Waker HD one. This was when Nintendo was really going like, all right, we gotta start doing more bundles. We just gotta do this more often. Just try to sell the Wii U based on the games for it, bundle the games in, try to get people to like, hey, Mario Kart's coming out, Smash Brothers is coming out, Splatoon, Mario Maker, you know, Wind Waker HD, Mario 3D World, whatever. Like, I want to buy a Wii U for those games because, you know, if anybody was buying a Wii U, it wasn't for the potential or anything, you know, like that's why people buy like a PlayStation 5 or something, not because like, oh, there are games on here that I simply can't play anywhere else. I mean, yeah, but like a lot of the games are also on like consoles you probably already own. It's more so potential for the future. You weren't buying a Wii U for that. You were buying a Wii U just for gross fun on a weekend. I want to play a Mario game, damn it, and that's pretty much it. So Nintendo did a lot more bundles, and this was one of the other ones that I've always wanted, and this one was really damn hard to find, mainly because it's really easy to confuse with another bundle. And this is the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe set. This came out right alongside Mario Kart 8, and this gets really confused with another Mario Kart 8 Deluxe set, one that is pretty much like a Mario Kart 8 set that comes with a digital copy of Mario Kart 8 with all the DLC included. This one comes with a physical copy of Mario Kart 8 and a Wii Remote and Wii Wheel. And yet what I always found really interesting about this is the fact that the Wii Wheel included, I think, is exclusive to this set. Like, I don't think this was ever released outside of it, because from what I remember, when Mario Kart 8 was coming out, there were a lot of like Wii wheels that you could buy alongside it, but they weren't like officially produced by Nintendo. They were licensed by Nintendo. They were like, oh man, this is like, you know, oh, a wheel from Mario Kart 8, you know, like the Wii wheel, but the Wii wheel was made by Nintendo, you know, that was an official Nintendo product. These ones were like licensed by Nintendo. They had like Mario Kart branding and all of that stuff, but you know, they were made by, you know, companies like Hori or PDP or whatever. I don't actually know if those companies made it, but those are kind of like my go-to, like, yep, those are third-party, second-party, whatever controller manufacturers. This one is like a red Wii wheel that is designed to go right alongside the Mario Wii Remote Plus, which was released in 2013, where it has like a blue back, it has the Mario logo, all of that stuff. And I just found that really, really interesting how they specifically had an exclusive Wii wheel that's an official Nintendo created, you know, product that you can only get in this set. And yeah, this is also one of the thicker Wii U boxes. The other ones, like whenever Wii U boxes are in a different shape than the normal ones, they're usually longer. This one's pretty big. And it's not even like the Skylander set, which the Skylander set was pretty much just, you know, an outer shell of a box with another Wii U box inside, and then the Skylander stuff, you know, next to it. This one is literally like a completely differently formatted box. Wii U boxes generally have 2 layers of cardboard containing stuff. This one has 3. And yeah, this is definitely the one that I really wanted the most, just because this was, you know, this launched right alongside Mario Kart 8, and it was really hard to find for me because, you know, when you look up Mario Kart 8 Wii U bundle online, you normally only get like the ones that include, you know, like the digital copy with the DLC or something like that, or another bundle that was released later. It's really strangely hard to find this one specifically, but I'm glad I did. And this is definitely up there. You know, if I had to pick my favorite Wii U bundles, you know, this is probably in the top 5. Who doesn't have a top 5? But yeah, that was in 2014. This is from 2015. This is a recent edition. This is one that I really wanted because it's really dumb. So this is Super Mario Maker. I believe this set was exclusive to Walmart, and yeah, this launched right alongside Mario Maker, full game download. And what I really love about this is that it comes with a Mario amiibo. This was the Super Mario Brothers 30th anniversary 8-bit Mario. You know, this released like, you know, widespread across all these different stores. But that was like the retro coloring where Mario is kind of tan and he has more brown clothes. They had 2 variants of this amiibo, one retro and then one with modern coloring where it's still 8-bit Mario, but you know, he has blue overalls and a red shirt and, you know, black mustache and all of that stuff. But the modern coloring was only available in this bundle for a bit there. And obviously Nintendo was trying to see like, can we sell a Wii U just to people who want amiibo? So, you know, it's kind of an ongoing experiment they were doing around that time, apparently. Similar to what they did with Skylanders, where they had that exclusive Skylanders where it's just a very basic, just paint job. But this one is still kind of a paint job, but, you know, still like, hey, you know, if amiibo were pretty big at the time, at least like it was kind of the hot thing to talk about in the Nintendo sphere. So I think Nintendo was just tried this out as an experiment just to see like, can this work? No. I believe some people definitely did buy this bundle just for the amiibo, which is unfortunate because only like 2 months later, they had them available separately. So that stunk, but I bought mine on like Black Friday. The modern Mario amiibos were, you know, available on Black Friday at Walmart exclusively, but they had a lot of them available back then. I remember I picked mine up pretty easily, but I remember seeing like images of people who would buy this Wii U set and just take the amiibo out and then replace it with like a very common amiibo and just return the Wii U set. And they would do it because like the people at the return counter, they don't know a damn thing about this. As long as the UPC code scans and all of that and everything else is untampered with, they don't care. But yeah, that's pretty much the only like major unique thing about this bundle in particular. Just the fact that it includes Amiibo, very long as you can see. And I love the U on the back, just the fact that it's made out of Mario Maker parts, I think is really, really nice looking. It's really cool. This is what I like to see. This is what I like about these U boxes. But yeah, this includes game download, and then Mario Maker also included an idea book in the physical package. So this one has the idea book. Other than that, it's just a Wii U. Shocker. And we're reaching the end of the Wii U boxes, I know. Why? But this is kind of the last major one that I have that is a like official NTSC North American set that released in stores. And in fact, this is like one of the last major bundles Nintendo did. They did a couple more after this, but this was kind of like one of the last big ones. And yeah, this is Smash Splat Deluxe set. This is a combo pack with Smash Brothers for Wii U and Splatoon, which is weird because Splatoon got its own Wii U box bundle, but Smash Brothers never did, at least here in North America. And when I say a lot of this stuff, it's pretty much only about like North America, because Europe and Japan got all these other different kinds of bundles, but here in North America at the very least, Smash Brothers never got its own set. It did in 2015 alongside Splatoon, which, I mean, hey, what, I'm not gonna complain. I mean, I had a Wii U for 2 years at that point. I don't know why I would. But yeah, this is pretty much just a Wii U with Smash Brothers and Splatoon pre-installed, so no download code at all. And that's pretty much all it is. It's literally just a Wii U, but it has a pretty nice looking box. Mainly because what I like about this is the fact that the box is designed around kind of that line down the middle, like Smash Brothers on this side, Splatoon on this side, where this side of the Wii U, which focuses on what you get included, is a little more themed around Smash Brothers, even though the font is definitely a little more Splatoon themed. And then this side is more Splatoon themed, and then on the back, the U has this line between the middle where you have a Splatoon-esque side right here and the Smash Brothers-esque side right there. And I don't know, I really like that about it. However, that is not it in terms of North American Wii U's that I own. The one specifically that I wanted to get before things got a little harder to get is the refurbished models, because around this time Nintendo was offering refurbished Wii U's for sale on their official Nintendo website store. That store is always very interesting because sometimes they just have stuff that you never see anywhere else. I remember back in the day, it was really hard to find like the Smash Brothers for Wii U GameCube controller bundles, with the big box with Smash Brothers and the GameCube controller adapter and the GameCube controller. It was really hard to find that. But for a while there, they just had it on like Nintendo's online store, which was cool. And they had a couple games like that, which were like, hey, these are a little hard to find, but you could go to Nintendo's official online store. And one thing that they started doing was that they started to release refurbished systems, like systems that were officially refurbished by Nintendo that you could get for a bit cheaper, directly from them. And it was mostly a pretty good deal because since Nintendo was officially refurbishing them, they were pretty much brand new systems. Like if anybody knew how to repair and clean their systems, it was obviously Nintendo. And they offered refurbished Wii U's. They also offered refurbished Wii U games. And strangely enough, these games and the system had unique packaging. So I just have one as an example right here. This is Mario 3D World. And obviously, it's pretty much just, it's Mario 3D World. But there are some very minor adjustments. The biggest one is that on the cover, it is printed that it is a refurbished product. I don't know why they just printed brand new covers instead of putting a sticker on it. Obviously, I feel like it's probably because the disc is what they refurbished and not the case or anything. So, they had to print new covers. So they obviously would just print on the cover that it's a refurbished copy. But, there's a couple of little minor details like that. But for the most part, it's the same as a new copy of the game, but just with a slightly different cover. And the systems have unique boxes, and for the most part, they're pretty much just, like it's a Wii U box, but white, just same on the back, so you don't get the U on the back. But it is a unique box, which is why I wanted it. It even includes Nintendo Land, which is very interesting. But yeah, this is a, you know, it's just a unique box, but it's just a black Wii U at the end of the day. However, there is a more unique one that eluded me for a bit. And I remember seeing this online on their store, the fact that Nintendo was offering both black Wii U's in 32 gigabyte capacities and white ones. They never really did that like at retail here. It was pretty much the white was 8 gigabytes, the black was 32, and that's it. However, in other countries, they offered white Wii U's as like, oh, this can be a deluxe set as well. So they had white Wii U's that were 32 gigabytes and they labeled that as deluxe sets. They never really did that here in North America, except through the online store where they offered refurbished models, which was very odd. However, I not only own one, I own two, mainly because I found a boxed white 32 gigabyte deluxe set. I don't know if it's considered deluxe set when it's refurbished like this, but Nintendo Land is included. It's a 32 gigabyte white Wii U, and I think that is probably going to become one of the rarest Wii U's. The NTSC model, so a North American white Wii U that is 32 gigabytes. That was only ever available on Nintendo's online store. I found one on eBay that was just out of box, and I was like, oh God, I need to get this. But then I looked on eBay again, and a couple months later, and I saw this one, which is, you know, a white Wii U, but I believe it's brand new, like it's not even open. Nah, it's open, but you know, I wanted to get it. I was like, oh my God, I have to, because I always like the white Wii U's a little bit more, just because the black one looks like nicer, like out of the box. However, the white one stays nicer for a while, because the black one, you can see fingerprints and scratches and smudges, and it's just gross. The white one just looks nicer over time. You don't see that stuff appear nearly as much. That's why for a while there, you know, if I would get like an iPhone, I was like, I'm gonna get the white one because I'm not gonna see a bunch of smudges on the black, like piano black finish as much. So I definitely was like, man, I really want that 32 gigabyte white Wii U, and that's the one I have plugged upstairs. I have a Wii U upstairs in my living room, and that one is the white 32 gigabyte one, because in my opinion, like I want the white one up there because it's always gonna look nicer. So yes, that is my white whale. I not only finally have it, but I have two of them. But yeah, those are pretty much all of my NTSC North American Wii U's that I own, at least boxed. I own, you know, one more, I think. I bought one that was it included a copy of Meme Run installed on it. So that game was taken down off the Wii U eShop, and I found a cheap one on eBay that was, you know, hey. So I bought that, so I have official means of playing Meme Run. I could have just hacked my Wii U, but in addition to that, I own a PAL Wii U, a European Wii U, and I talked about this in the Wii Dare episode of Scott the Woz, where you know, I tried to hack my Wii, and I tried to hack my Wii to play PAL discs. Just because I had a copy of Wii Dare and I just wanted to put that in my Wii and I wanted to play the game. I usually like to allude to the fact that I'm a fucking idiot. I am. However, this one was like, I hacked the Wii. I got really far, and like I was able to put the Wii Dare disc in my NTSC hacked Wii, and it was able to show up on like the disc channel. It's like, oh, Wii Dare was, you know, popped in. You know, I hit start and the Ubisoft logo splash screen would come in and it would show like, oh yeah, the game is starting. And it would freeze after that. And I thought like I could keep troubleshooting this, or I see a European Wii U on eBay for 50 bucks. I'm sorry. I didn't include any cables, but nice to know that you know, NTSC cables work amongst all the Wii U's I've tried. You know, Japanese, European, obviously NTSC. It doesn't really matter. I was worried that if I would plug a North American Wii U AC adapter into a European one, boom. But no, thankfully it all works perfectly fine. So I was pretty happy with that. So I have my European Wii U in case I want to play European games, which I have a couple, you know, down here that I just think is nice to be able to play if I want to, you know, through official means. You know, obviously I could hack the Wii U. I probably will eventually, but it's just good to just have the official hardware from all three of the major regions, which, to end this off, Japan. This is my Japanese Wii U. It's Mario Maker set. You know, this is a white deluxe set, so it's a white 32 gigabyte Japanese model. And yeah, I do own a fair amount of Japanese Wii U games. I even have them, you know, like right here. And you know, some of these I already own like in North America, but some of these, like this is Yakuza 1 and 2 HD. Like that never released in North America or in Europe for that matter. So it's really cool to own like the official Japanese model, not only to play those games, even though you could play them through hacked methods, but officially play them, but it's just a different experience using a Japanese console. There's so many little differences in just like, you know, how it's presented, or just like little changes that they made here and there. And to just go on like the eShop and just explore that and see like what they released there. There's a ton of like virtual console games that released for like all the different systems. There was even like systems that released on the Japanese Wii U eShop that never released elsewhere on the virtual console, like the MSX, that's on the Japanese virtual console. And they even had a unique U logo on this one. It's just like, come on. Why wouldn't you buy a 10th Wii U? So those are all my Wii U's. I think I'm done collecting them. Who am I f***ing kidding?